Root Mobile, session partner IAB Tech Lab in partnership with PubMatic, gold partner LogicServe Digital, session partner Agrea, bronze partner Bobble AI, and knowledge partner Kantar. The first session for today is a keynote session on marketing in EdTech, the upgrad evolution and brand strategy. Joining us for today's session, we have Mr. Arjun Mohan, Chief Executive Officer, upGrad Wise. I would request all the delegates to post their Q&A in the Q&A tab. Without further ado, I would like to hand over the stage to Mr. Mohan. Over to you, Mr. Mohan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, and extremely happy and pleased to be here as part of the IMAI conference. Today, I'm going to speak a bit about the whole marketing journey of upGrad. So let me share a slide which I'll use as an indicator. There's some videos in it which I'll play as and when I'm speaking. I hope my screen is visible to all of you guys. Before getting into the details of the marketing and the brand strategy and so on and so forth, I want to first of all talk to you a bit about my company, upGrad, because a lot of things which we do in marketing is very closely related to what the company stands for. What's our vision? What's our mission? What's our purpose? And what's the reason for our existence? So let me speak to you a bit about that before getting into the whole branding strategy and the marketing jargons. So how it all started. So founders of upGrad, when they were starting to think about upGrad as a whole, there was one pertinent problem they were trying to solve, and that's the problem called as GER, gross enrollment ratio of the youngsters in our country. It's nothing but the percentage of people who goes to college and completes their graduation. For a developing nation, the thumb rule is that this number should be in the range of 70%. Today, after so many interventions in education, the number for India stands at 27%. So fundamentally, the founders of upGrad understood that this is the case because of three reasons. Access. Very few people still today have got access to quality colleges and universities. Affordability. If they have access, it's not affordable to them. It is expensive. And third, most important reason, quality. I mean, we are no longer in the 1940s or 50s where there are no colleges in every city or town or village of the country. There are a lot of higher education institutions, but people don't feel that it's worth investing that time and money on it. The quality is so bad. And that's what they tried to solve. From the early beginnings, we were clear as an organization that the solutions to India's GER is not about building more university buildings. It, in our mind, was very clear that solution lies online. And it's a testimonial for that belief that with the internet penetration going up in our nation, everyone is going online today to study. The new education policy which came out clearly articulates the same, right? It talks about a new concept called as online degrees. Even formal education is moving towards that. I'll come to the questions on you guys are posting over by the end of it, but I just want to complete the flow of thought first of all. So this is where we started with. This was our aim, to solve the problem of India's higher education through interventions of online tools and strategies. So that's where we started. So the first few years, we completely focused on developing our product. Just to touch on our vision, we were talking about developing high quality learning systems or high quality online education system for everyone post 12th standard. That's the reason why today we have got solutions for students who want to do graduation. We have online BCA, BBA courses with top universities like Chandigarh University and Jain. Amrita University is another one. We have tons and tons of courses for working professionals who are trying to upgrade, to upskill and go to the next level in both technology and management program. Tons and tons of MBA programs, both domestic and international, and all of this are given online, purely online. Over last many years, we have perfected the delivery of this product by recreating the constituents which are required for a student to be successful in a university online. So we have aspects like networking, which literally mimics the networking process a student undergoes while he or she is on a university campus. Because that's how you finally become proficient through your courseware, right? So that's what we have been doing, and that's been our mission and vision throughout. Uh, we spent the first 5 years of our existence only and only on our product. We were not a company who did a lot of marketing. We did not go out and speak about it because we realized that it is only through an iterative approach of understanding what the learner is looking at and then providing the outcome to the learner that we will be able to build a sustainable company which will survive each one of us. So that's been the focus, and that's what the only thing we did in the first 5 years. Uh, so you can see our journey started in 2015, initially launched a few products, entrepreneurship, digital marketing. Some were successful, some were not. We learned in the process, some got shut down, moved on. 2018 is when we started achieving those scale. We reached 250,000 learners, going from 10 to 250,000, then to 1 million learners in 2020 and 2 million learners in 2021. So you can see that the scale, once it started coming, that has been an exponential growth. And I honestly believe that this is because we have tried to do just one single thing, and that is be focused on learners' outcomes. We always look at how our product can help the learner get the outcome he or she is looking at the time of enrollment. And what are the outcomes? Typically, we see three kinds of outcome. Career transition, that is they want to move into a new domain. Career acceleration, that is they want to accelerate and get a promotion. Or professional confidence, where they want to have better projects and be seen as a successful employee in their own organization. So what we do is we literally ask them to give us the outcome they are looking at written down when they begin the course. Then we map to get this. What do you really need as an individual? You need these skill set. Through their journey, we work with them to take the skill set there. So that's one reason why we have been, to a large extent, I mean, never 100% is never there, still a long way to go, to a large extent successful in able to do it at scale. And that's been the focus till 2019. At the point we reached 2019 and we saw the feedback, we decided that now it's time to go out there and tell our story. And that's how the marketing journey of upGrad started in 2019. So when you start the whole marketing journey of an enterprise like upGrad, especially in education, one thing you have to be super clear is that you have to talk in the language of your teaching. Because if you don't talk in the language, you don't connect. And if you don't connect, then it's just burning money, right? You just burn money and nothing comes out of it. So that's the first thing we did. We always listen to a lot of our communication with our learners. So we listen to tons and tons of communication, conversations with working professionals and try to understand what they were really looking at. And we interestingly came across this word called degree. Now, degree, we all know that what is degree, right? A bachelor's, which is given by a university or a college associated with the university. But in India, degree is a word which is loosely used for a course which gives people an outcome. In simple colloquial term, degree is associated with any course जो काम की होती है. That's how people put it. And what is this काम की? There is a better lifestyle at the end of the course. There is a job at the end of the course. There is a life transformational experience if you go through the course. And that is how what education in India is. We don't go to colleges or university for the sake of knowledge. We go there because this is a promise to us that there is a better lifestyle at the end of it. And that's the insight we worked on. So we said that if people are associating the word degrees with something like this, then we should say that upGrad is all about such degrees. So we coined this tagline कि upGrad is सिर्फ नाम की नहीं, काम की degree. And this is what we went on. So this is the tagline, this is the positioning we went into the market, and we started talking to them in the language they understood. So we took this theme of corporate office politics. Now, every working professional of the day thinks that he or she is not able to go ahead in his life because there is politics. My job, my boss is not favoring me. So that is something which is ingrained in all of us. So the theme we took is that don't worry about politics. If you are going to upskill and be a specialist, nobody can stop your journey. So when we did our first campaign, there was a lot of discussion on getting a brand ambassador, because that was the time when every other EdTech was using a Bollywood ambassador. Byju's had Shah Rukh Khan, Vedantu had Amir Khan, so on and so forth. So we said that everyone is using a brand ambassador, and we wanted the campaign to be a clutter-breaking one. So we said that we will not use it. We will use the office politics, and instead of a brand ambassador, we will use a donkey. And that was what our first campaign was, where he said that don't lick ass, kick ass. I'll show you the video, and then you will know what I'm talking about.
Sorry, boss. करियर में आगे बढ़ने के लिए मुझे चाटने की नहीं, सिर्फ स्पेशलाइजेशन की जरूरत है, जो मैं कर रहा हूँ upGrad से.
Data and management specializations from top universities online. upGrad, सिर्फ नाम की नहीं, काम की डिग्री. Download the app now.
Sorry. Yeah, so this was our first campaign, and you can see the theme which we used. I mean, a lot of people we heard using this word donkey for their bosses. So we just, in the jest, used the same. The campaign debuted in IPL 2020, was a runaway success for us, both in terms of traffic, leads, sales, everything. It literally created awareness for the brand upGrad and kept ourselves positioned as a cool education brand which helps working professionals. But India is a very, very large market, and it's not very easy to create awareness. One campaign, you are not even scratching the surface. You have to do consistent messaging, and you have to ensure that your creative is consistently good and catchy. Otherwise, you will just disappear out in this huge noise which the TG gets exposed to. Which is where the second campaign which we went to, we thought let's be a little more specific. So parallel to the brand upGrad, we also started association and started developing sub-brands for upGrad. One of the sub-brands we worked in was the MBA sub-brand. So MBA is a large business for us. So we started investing on upGrad MBA. And this is the second campaign which we worked on. Again, connected to a lot of working professionals because they are all associated with this game which they played as kids. Take a look at it.
बचपन में ये गेम खेला है ना? आज के वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स भी यही गेम खेल रहे हैं, क्योंकि अच्छा जॉब एक, एमबीएस अनेक. जिसका एमबीए काम का, जॉब उसका. बाकी सब अपना एमबीए लेके घूमते रहो.
upGrad,
ऑनलाइन एमबीए लेटेस्ट करिकुलम और पर्सनलाइज्ड अटेंशन के साथ वर्ल्ड की टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज से। upgrad.com।
Sorry. Yeah, so that was our second campaign where we started developing on the subgrad, that upgrad MBA. Now, if you observe that particular ad, you'll say that it is very verbose, the music, the discussion, the narrative, so on and so forth. So I was expecting that this ad will only work on TV and not on online, because online most of the people don't watch anything with the audio on. Very surprisingly, this was a big success even online. I think the grandness of the visuals really helped, and even with a subtitled version, people really was able to, I mean, I saw people click on this and a high CTR whenever I ran on YouTube. So this we ran parallel to the original upgrad campaigns. Then we moved on to the second campaign where again we got back the same theme of donkey, wherein we went one step ahead, saying that you focus on specialization, and went one more step in detail on what are the courses we do. So you can see the journey. If the first one was only about upgrad in the context of politics, this again was the same character back, but talking a little more about what our courses are or our content or product is. There's something wrong here. I was able to play it earlier. Anyway, so looks like I'm not able to. So I'll sorry about that. I will have to skip it. I'm not able to play because of some reason. But anyway, it is basically a continuation of the earlier ad where the donkey becomes oracle and asks the working professional, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I'm doing a course from upgrad. I'm doing a data science course from upgrad." And he says that then you don't need an oracle. Your future is going to be bright. Again, focused on the specialization, so on and so forth. Like the earlier approach, where we first did the main campaign, then went on to do a sub-brand campaign, we launched another brand called upGrad Degrees. This was a direct offshoot from the new education policy, where we created a product called as upGrad Degrees. This is nothing but BBA, BCA products from top universities. So this is what we did.
ओए ये कोरोना कब जाएगा?
क्या पता डिग्री मिलेगी, क्या पता नौकरी मिलेगी, क्या पता बड़े बड़े शहरों में करनी थी पढ़ाई, सपने सारे हो गए हैं लापता।
ओ मेरे टॉपर्स, बड़े शहर जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि अपग्रेड लाया है बैचलर्स डिग्रीज इंडिया की टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज से ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप और प्लेसमेंट सपोर्ट के साथ। upgrad.com।
Yeah, so this was the degree campaign we ran. You can see that we used the idea of Corona in a big way. This was the time when Corona was at its peak. Corona was at its peak, and the second wave was just admonishing all the colleges, delaying the admission process. So this was very, very timely, and we basically gave out to the students saying that we have an option. You don't need to worry about it. I really like the jingle. We have been using it on a lot of radio platforms also, because we thought it was really timely and something really that works in Indian context. We love music, we love songs, and ads with jingles really work well. So this was so successful that everyone woke up. When you showcase and when you become the talk of the town so much, especially in education, it can be a little bit problematic also. So you have to take such decision, especially when you are the first mover, little bit carefully. I'm not going to any more details. Probably that's another time. Sorry. Yeah. Then finally, so this is what we did in the first 1 year. 4-5 campaigns where we interspace the brand campaigns, brand positioning with sub brands, simultaneously developing the large ecosystem. This year, when we started planning for the brand campaigns and the marketing, one thing which we also always do when we are doing large scale planning is trying to understand where we sit today in terms of awareness. Now, when we did that testing, we saw that upGrad as a brand, the awareness about upGrad as a higher education platform is at high. People know what upGrad does. People know that we do online degrees. People know that uh, we do degrees, so on and so forth. But people don't really know what exactly is, how is it really going to help them out, or how is upGrad going to be different from others. Hence, this year we started with the phase 2 of our brand building, which was from awareness. It was about creating consideration for purchase. So this time it was all about, all about explaining upGrad. How is it different? What is the USP of upGrad, and creating a little bit of FOMO. So we started by saying that upGrad, upGrad already. It is all about Kaam Ki degree. Now we are going to tell you how we can fast forward your career. So that's what we did in the phase 2 of our brand campaigns. So this was the campaign we launched with. A lot of you guys who are working professional, early professional will connect to it. Comes out from a very deep insight, which a student once told us. They said that the greatest fear I have is that if I don't continuously upskill, the people who studied with me, who were not at all good in college, would go ahead of me. And what will happen if that guy comes and becomes my manager? So that was the insight which we heard from a student, which we worked on and created this campaign. Sorry.
अरे शो ही नहीं।
ओह हाय।
लॉन्ग टाइम। इतनी बिजी हो गई कि कॉलेज के बाद ऐसे सेमिनार्स में ही मिलेंगे। हाँ
नहीं यार, मैं बस ऑफिस के साथ साथ अपग्रेड का एक ऑनलाइन कोर्स
ऑनलाइन कम ऑन
टाइम पास।
शोहिनी जानते हो?
हाँ हम तो बैचमेट्स हैं।
Oh, very good. She's joining us.
Wow. Nice. Sir, superb choice.
Yes, sir. Excellent choice. She's got great potential.
Absolutely.
इसीलिए she will be your new boss.
Boss.
Fast forward your career with online courses from upGrad. Top universities, top faculty, top placements. upGrad.com.
As you can see, we are talking about upGrad is special because you have top universities, top faculties, top placement. This is something which we did for the current IPL. This is not just one ad. This continues on with 3 more 15-second ads. And you will see the transition of this guy who is saying that online is time pass. Through that 3 ads, finally he embracing the idea of online and understanding that this makes sense. Maybe I should take this into consideration. So this was the theme we did. Please go and check out those ads online. So we did this for IPL. Again, pretty successful campaign for us. IPL in general was not very successful for most of the brands, but we saw huge number of eyeballs, huge number of feedbacks, huge number of leads comes as a result of it. So when we moved on to the current times, that is the T20 and all the other things we are doing, we felt that we need a new film because this film had already got enough and more eyeballs. So we use the same concept of fast forwarding, but instead of talking about upGrad, we are talking now about upGrad MBA. Take a look at our latest campaign. This got released yesterday. So this is the theme, and you can watch the ad now.
मैथ्यू
सर
लंदन में?
यस सर।
छुट्टी है
ना?
फर्स्ट टाइम ना?
फर्स्ट टाइम।
इट्स अ फेवरेट सिटी। ये तो यार सेटल होना चाहती है ना? ये मैथ्यू बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग है। ऑफिस के साथ अपग्रेड का एक ऑनलाइन एमबीए कर रहा है। उसका कुछ हुआ? मैंने बोला था तो इतना सामान सेटल हो रहा है क्या यहाँ पे?
यस सर। अपग्रेड के एमबीए की वजह से अपनी कंपनी ने मुझे लंदन में पोस्टिंग दी है।
अपनी कंपनी?
हाँ।
Fast forward your career with online MBAs from upGrad. Top universities, flexible learning hours, top placements. upGrad.com.
So you can see that again we are talking about top universities, flexible learning hours, and top placements. I can show you the ad once more, but do check out the shorties which come after this, where you will see the transition of the boss who is a non-believer to someone who embraces online learning.
मैथ्यू
सर
लंदन में
यस सर
छुट्टी है
ना
फर्स्ट टाइम ना
फर्स्ट टाइम
इट्स अ फेवरेट सिटी
हाँ।
ये तो यार सेटल होना चाहती है ना ये मैथ्यू बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग है ऑफिस के साथ अपग्रेड का एक ऑनलाइन एमबीए कर रहा है उसका कुछ हुआ कुछ मैंने बोला था तो इतना सामान सेटल हो रहा है क्या यहाँ पे
यस सर अपग्रेड के एमबीए की वजह से अपनी कंपनी ने मुझे लंदन में पोस्टिंग दी है
अपनी कंपनी
हाँ
Fast forward your career with online MBAs from upGrad. Top universities, flexible learning hours, top placements. upGrad.com.
मैथ्यू
Yep, so that's the story so far of upGrad and upGrad's brand building process. Yeah, I think I'm almost out of time, so I'll probably pick up one or two questions here, which is there in the chat. So one question which came in the beginning itself when I was talking about expanding to all over India and providing access and affordability is how do you overcome, and Anvi asked this, how do you overcome the language barrier, cultural differences, time zones? Absolutely. So Anvi, if a concept can overcome all this at scale, that will be online. These are problems which always existed, but we can overcome these things easily online with the help of technology. What we have done is that when we were launching our online degree programs, for each of the regions, we are doing tie-ups with different universities. So with Mumbai University, we are trying to launch a program in Marathi, which probably will only work in the regions in and around Maharashtra. But there, because it is online and thanks to the internet penetration, because we are able to reach smallest of the smallest town, will also make business sense because you can achieve scale in this. So that's how we are doing it. Second, again, thanks to the tools available today, the transliteration, the subtitling in multiple languages are very, very easy as of now. And with the synchronous and asynchronous combination, you can build out solutions which can traverse time zones without much investments. So all the problems you have said will be actually solved the best if we are using an online platform. Yep, so that's pretty much the only question. So I hope you all enjoyed the session and at least would have got one or 2 points which you can use in your careers or in your work experience when you're thinking about the next step in your journey. Thank you so much and thanks again for having me here.
Thank you, Mr. Mohan. It was really an interesting session. I mean, we actually came to know what goes behind making a brand. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much for this insightful session. I would also like to thank all our attendees who attended this session. Please be back. We will be back with few more sessions today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Mr.